Okay, first I would like to say welcome to everyone and thank you for protecting your own financial interests. Jimmy Mack here, and I know you've been through some tough times lately, so hang on. Things are about to get a lot better. Today, you are going to learn about short sales, what's in it for you, who qualifies for a short sale, and we'll show you how to hold your lender accountable so you don't get taken advantage of again. All of this begins by understanding what goes in a short sale package and in what critical sequence. We can only prove our dedication to helping homeowners by our actions and the value of the content we provide. Right now, we are going to provide what a short sale package looks like in its complete form at absolutely no charge to you. So please, get your pens and notebooks out, make sure you remove all distractions, and get ready to take down some life-changing information. This is designed to protect you and your interests, not your lenders. This is a sample of our notes screen. When you see this pop up, it means you want to get ready to take down important information. We will make every attempt to provide a pause on these demonstration screens for you. Some of you may be faster note takers than others, so please be patient. There's a little bit of a learning curve here. And as you can see, there are many people logged on, and we want to be sure that everyone has a chance to benefit from this important information. At the end of our webinar, we have an amazing offer as well as an opportunity for you to get samples of every form you need if a short sale is necessary to avoid financial devastation. Wow, that doesn't make sense. All right, go. At the end of our webinar, we have an amazing offer as well as an opportunity for you to get samples of every form you need. If a short sale is necessary to avoid financial devastation from foreclosure, you can use this report as a guideline to compare against your own short sale proposal. This will help you to ensure that your short sale package is 100%. It covers all the critical points that avoid future financial liability, and it's good to go. Let me just say one more thing before we start. The worst thing that you could possibly do is to not take action. Those legal default judgments and 1099 statements from the IRS are real and could cost you tens of thousands of dollars, which would only make your bad situation much worse. Now is the time to start the process and bring your financial security and peace of mind into reality. So let's get started on your short sale package. The first thing you need to do is to get organized. This means having one location to go to get any information you need. A legal envelope or a folder is great, but some of you might use an electronic folder on your computer desktop. Some lenders may require slightly different forms or information, so before you submit your short sale package, make sure to check their list of documents required. All right, pens ready? Here is a list of documents you will need to have for most short sale packages for most lenders. Write this list down, and as you gather and store these documents, use this as your checklist. Okay, the first form is authorization to release information. This form allows your bank to communicate or release private loan information to parties whom are involved in the short sale process. Without it, your bank cannot legally communicate the information necessary to perform a short sale. It will display identifiers like your loan number, real estate agent you are working with, attorneys, second lien holders, and other personal information. Without it, your bank will not and cannot legally communicate the information necessary to perform your short sale. It will display identifiers like your loan number, real estate agent if you're working with one, attorneys, second lien holders, and other personal information. Without this form, no communication between decisioning parties can happen regarding your short sale. And without this, your lender's hands are pretty much tied. They will undoubtedly delay your short sale processing and without any notification to you. Okay, the next form you need is your contact sheet. This form outlines the preferred contact names, numbers, and addresses for each party to the transaction, and it should be distributed to all parties that you're dealing with. This eliminates any delays by enabling everyone to communicate quickly and by multiple media types. Whatever hardship reason you have to short sale your home, you must document it. Now, there are many reasons for a short sale. The most common are divorce, medical, job loss, disability, business failure, death of a spouse, bad arm or adjustable rate loans, and others. Next is documentation required to verify your hardship. That can be the pink slip you received for a job loss, a divorce decree, or medical bills, and it's basically any documentation showing your hardship and that your situation has changed and it's now permanent. Here is an example of some of the documentation that you're going to require. Next, you will need to determine the current market value of your home. This is accomplished in two ways, and you'll want to include both types of reports in your short sale package. One is an AVM, or an automated desktop valuation, normally used by your lender. And the second is a BPO, or broker's price opinion, provided by a realtor that's familiar with your current neighborhood home prices in today's down market. The AVM report is packed full of information your lender uses to internally analyze your short sale request based on fees and costs that are incurred if they foreclose on your home. It demonstrates today's value and the future value, the fees and costs to foreclose and carry your home as a bank-owned property. It has detailed market data showing foreclosure activity in your neighborhood and will help you understand what your home is truly worth today and demonstrate to your lender the lowest value that results if your lender forecloses on your home. A BPO is a broker price opinion provided by a local realtor familiar with the current prices and time to sell homes in your neighborhood. Further, the report format is recognized as a standard by lenders' risk and loss mitigation departments across the country. Let's talk quickly about the BPO, or broker's price opinion. The BPO is a current local market interior and exterior valuation of your home as provided by a separate realtor organization in your community. Your lender will order their own BPO as a part of the process, but we suggest you pay the $50 or $100 to get your own BPO and submit both with your short sale package. Your own BPO will demonstrate real short sale values and not resale numbers that are inflated to minimize bank losses by a realtor that's groveling for the bank's future BPO business. If you've listed your home with a realtor, you must then order a BPO from a different realtor organization that's not associated with your listing agent or broker. So what you're learning here is a valuable technique that saves you huge money and time while demonstrating you're knowledgeable, you can't be taken advantage of with scare tactics, and you're showing the lender how much they will lose if they don't accept your short sale proposal. If you expect to hold your lender accountable, you must be sure to include a lender version AVM to validate your short sale offer. The real nugget here is what the valuation report does for you. The data on your AVM will enable you to admit a short sale that won't be challenged or countered by your lender. Under FHA short sale guidelines, your lender is required to accept any purchase offer that is 78% or above of the current market value based on your AVM and BPO. These critical pieces of information will tell your lender's view as it relates to exactly how far underwater you are in your home. There's a realistic sales price and the average time it will take you to sell your home via short sale. These are the exact valuations numbers used by your lender to approve or deny your short sale. Imagine turning the table on your lender, using their insider information and forcing them to act on consumer protection-based regulatory guidelines. These lenders won't like it that you know the rules and the guidelines to hold them accountable. But if you follow our direction, lenders have no choice. It's the law. Okay, the next item on the list are the easiest ones to gather. These items you should already have in your possession and include 2 months current pay stubs, 2 months current bank statements, 2 years of W-2s, 2 years of tax returns or an extension to file tax returns form. If you own your own company, 2 years business tax returns, 4 to 12 months business bank statements, and some people want 401k statements and IRAs. However, we don't suggest revealing this. It's none of their business, and they can't legally attach to this, so why show it? I will pause a moment here to let everyone get these written down. Okay, now that you have those items, you can begin to develop your borrower financial application for your short sale package. Here is an example. You can see the information is straightforward and lists the borrowers and co-borrowers' financial and asset information. You will see why it's important to gather the other forms first. This, alongside other documents, is where you really begin to shape your proposal. What you are creating is a storyboard for your lender. It's important to be certain it's 100% complete and the story validates the data provided. One of the most critical mistakes 90% of all borrowers make when submitting a short sale is sending the package in piecemeal and the story just doesn't make sense. This alone costs over 50% of all short sellers at least $10,000 to $100,000, so pay attention to this. You want to be sure the information coincides with the hardship letter, which we'll discuss soon. You'll create your hardship letter and then update it once your documentation is complete to verify and validate your story. Next, you'll need a cover sheet that resembles a table of contents listing each of the items in your short sale proposal and in what order they are in. And it's really critical to send a complete package, and this demonstrates you are organized and ready for immediate approval and a quick closing. Incomplete packages get shredded or thrown in the trash at your lender. Once this happens, you automatically go to the bottom of the pile when you resubmit. Incomplete short sale packages get shredded or thrown in the trash at lenders. Once this happens to you, you go to the bottom of the pile when you resubmit. This, your short sale letter, is another place where you hold your lender accountable. You demonstrate this by letting your lender know you know what's legally required by all parties, the timelines, who's responsible for what events, and state in writing that you're going to hold them accountable. Lost documents are a huge problem at mortgage servicers. Some packages have been submitted 3, 4, and even 5 times before a lender will acknowledge receipt. There are relatively few lender organizations that have systems in place to handle today's volumes of foreclosures and short sales. Here's a recent story of one of our prospects wishing to remain anonymous, where the mother who owned a home was looking to get a loan mod and/or a short sale done. She went through the document submission process to the lender's specifications 4 separate times. After 6 months, she was told each time by her lender, "I'm sorry, I do not know where your documents are." She realized that after 6 times, this wasn't an accident. The solution to this is simple. We suggest you submit your documents to your lender electronically via email with a return receipt requested. That provides an activity log or an audit trail you can print and use as a burden of proof should you need to sue your lender in court later on. Okay. Now that you have your hardship documentation, you can reference them in your hardship letter. Writing the hardship letter is easy once all your data and documents are available to reference. Let me first tell you what not to do. Do not write a novel. They won't read it, and you'll dramatically increase your risk of denial of your short sale proposal. That's why using a proven short sale success system is critical. The person processing your short sale package is paid on performance incentives based on the number of short sales they close or complete each month. Therefore, your hardship letter should be short, 1 page or less, where you only document the facts in the exact order we suggest. Do not provide any more information than necessary. It will only cost you money by revealing assets or money your lender will aggressively pursue later. If you are missing documents or haven't filed taxes yet, this is a place to document it so you don't have to include them in your short sale package. The person processing your short sale is looking hard at your entire short sale package to be sure it meets all audit requirements so they don't lose their job. The first question they'll need answered is the borrower looking at imminent foreclosure? If you look at our example, we list 3 reasons. First, the wife lost her job and the required second income is no longer available. Second, she has a medical condition that's increased the cost of living $350 monthly. And finally, the adjustable mortgage payment doubled and they can no longer afford to pay for their home. In this situation, there is no possible way the family can continue to pay their mortgage. Just as important, the lender's loss mitigation processor must have the ability to easily find and validate supporting documentation, like a job loss pink slip, medical bills, and mortgage statement demonstrating the monthly payment has increased out of control. This family has a valid hardship that qualifies them for a short sale. And just as important is demonstrating the home is not worth the mortgage balance owed on it any longer. The borrower is underwater and may qualify on that factor alone. If they chose to threaten the lender, they are better off just to walk away and let them foreclose. Okay. Why is this important? Well, to put it simply, the documents provided enables the lender to make a business decision quickly. Showing them the loan cannot be repaid and demonstrating the lender losses are less by avoiding foreclosure, most lenders will prefer a short sale instead of another bank-owned property. For homeowners at risk of foreclosure, a short sale is always a better way than foreclosure. Next, this letter cleverly reveals if your lender does not accept the short sale offer of your home, we clearly stated that the lender will be managing another bank-owned property. And banks do not want any more properties these days, believe me. Think about all the foreclosed homes they now have and the expenses required to maintain them and pay property taxes and all the costs we revealed in the AVM earlier in this webinar. If your lender's processor gets paid on a completed short sale and your short sale is assembled correctly, it clearly demonstrates huge ongoing lender liability if not approved quickly, and you have the one short sale on his desk that's formatted correctly. Which one do you think is going to get approved first? That's why the material in this webinar is most important information that you'll receive and can literally save you from foreclosure and hundreds of thousands in future debt. Now, if you follow the directions we just laid out and include all of the required documents and follow the simple step-by-step process and scripted lender communications, you'll have a successful short sale package. This was a valuable experience for you, demonstrating how to correctly create a short sale package. And we realize each homeowner's situation is different. Many of you have second mortgages, home equity lines of credit, taxes, and other lien issues that we expand on in our e-learning modules. Let's talk about our e-learning module. You will see a button below enabling you to buy our valuable system designed to further educate you, protect your interests, and save you thousands in future financial liability. We guide you step by step through the short sale process, outlining every possible scenario and how to successfully manage each issue, communication, sequence of events, in every order that you'll need to succeed. For our first 100 applicants, we will give you access to our e-learning material at half the normal cost. If you were able to complete this webinar, the e-learning module will be much easier. Our interactive format enables you to work at your own pace from anywhere as long as you have internet. There's a step-by-step action guide that teaches you how to negotiate from a position of strength and hold each lender accountable with proper checklists, forms, letters, and scripts that direct laser-focused, accurate communications designed to manage your lenders, save money, and avoid you stress. You'll also get a red line copy demonstrating what a perfect short sale package looks like so you can compare yours side by side. You want to make sure your package has all the required components. It's all in our e-learning module, but let's move forward and talk about why it's important for you to act quickly. I reluctantly accepted the task of creating this homeowner direct education. After hundreds of requests, I realized it's time for me to positively impact desperate homeowners with the insider short sale knowledge I have to help anyone, any way I can. This is the fastest way to get this much needed message out across America. However, our capacity is limited. There are millions of homeowners just like you who need help now. Providing quality service is paramount to us, so we will only accept as many homeowners as we can handle, and we are very near capacity now. The power of the internet will prevail. Please be sure to share this to your friends and associates who need some free help by forwarding our sign-up link on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and your social networks. You can do this, and you can do it by yourself. You have nothing to lose unless you don't try. Make the decision today to move forward and get out of this overwhelming mortgage mess. It's easier to buy another house, but it's impossible to replace your family. Some of the documentation and some of the forms need to be filled out in certain ways. I'm going to give you kind of 2 points of view on how to fill the documentation out. It needs to be accurate, but there's also some positioning involved in that. You need to know how the lender thinks, and you need to know how to address all the information on the form in the correct manner. Not all of this can be done in an introductory webinar. Some of that, it's pretty critical that you actually kind of get into the e-learning module, because when you're talking about a potential $100,000 or a couple $100,000 loss or gain, it's definitely worth learning how to do those documents right. Another one is the HUD-1. The HUD-1 is the net sheet that demonstrates the buyer and seller side of all the financial information, and it will demonstrate to the lender the net proceeds that they'll receive as their net proceeds that they've received from the sale or the short sale of your home. There's a lot of columns on that sheet, and then there's two sides to a HUD-1. There's the seller side, and then there's the homeowner side. This gets a little bit tricky, and there's a little bit of, I'm going to have to say there's definitely techniques to getting that through the funnel. There are some things where you can literally receive money legally that should definitely not be on the HUD-1 settlement sheet. So there's another document that will be addressed in the e-learning module that we can't get to all that in the intro seminar or in this introduction webinar. So we'll do our best. We've provided a lot of information for free. We've got you as pretty far along as you're going to get, and we hope that works. Okay, let me go back a little wee bit.
This is actually, can I not do that?
You can do this, and you can do it yourself. You have nothing to lose unless you don't try. Make the decision today to move forward and get out of this overwhelming mortgage mess. It's easier to buy another house, but it's definitely impossible to replace your family. Don't let unscrupulous lenders tear your family apart. Remember, houses are 50% cheaper today than when you bought yours. Don't miss out. Your financial future really depends on it. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you through all the way to the financial freedom line.